you know the laws of power. You never outshine the master. You see what I'm saying? Like I even had a conversation and said it to Drake.
But I wouldn't be shocked if this man right here wanted to serve Drake some humble pie. And this man being Lucien Grange, the CEO of Universal Music Group.
Diedrich Devon Williams, who's behind bars for life for murdering rapper XXXTentacion, is now appealing his case, his conviction, his sentence on the grounds that he did not receive a fair trial. And this is in part due to what his attorneys say is the exclusion of evidence that pointed the finger or maybe pointed the finger at other people. And one of those people whose name has come up is rapper Drake.
50 Cent has officially taken sides in the brewing industry feud against Drake, despite showing him support just a few months ago during his clash with Kendrick Lamar. If you recall, last summer, 50 was all about hyping up Drake, even meeting up with him in Toronto. But now, the tables have turned, and 50 seems to be making Drake his latest target, trolling him non-stop. This sudden shift might have something to do with Drake's recent lawsuit against Universal Music Group, UMG. For context, Drake has accused his own label of manipulating the industry by using bots and payola to boost Kendrick Lamar's diss track, Not Like Us. UMG isn't staying quiet, though. Reports suggest they're preparing a massive counterattack, threatening to expose some serious secrets about Drake and his OVO crew. Some fans are even recalling Kendrick's cryptic warning when he rapped about the embassy about to get raided. Many believe he was hinting at potential scandals within OVO, drawing parallels to the kind of drama Diddy has faced in the past. Now that Drake has turned on his own label, insiders say UMG might go all in on a full-scale takedown. And if there's one person who thrives on drama, it's 50 Cent. He's already taking shots at Drake with shady remarks, signaling that he's ready to stir the pot. Let's dive into all the chaos.
Listen to
Nigga, that's Drake. Nigga, that's Drake, you got it.
Here's some backstory to set the scene. Back in July, as the tension between Drake and Kendrick Lamar was heating up, 50 Cent decided to insert himself into the drama. He shared a photo of himself and Drake hanging out in Toronto, captioning it, "Brainstorming last night. Me and Champagne Poppy about to get the cameras rolling. Biggest thing on your TV." Not only that, but a video also surfaced showing 50 and Drake kicking back, sharing laughs and enjoying drinks together, making it clear that they were on good terms at the time. As you might expect, 50 Cent teaming up with Drake during his feud with Kendrick Lamar didn't go over well with many in the hip-hop community, especially on the West Coast. For a lot of people, it felt like a betrayal, given how much of 50's early success is owed to Dr. Dre. Things got even messier when Drake seemed to double down on his disrespect for West Coast legend Tupac. While hanging out with 50 in Toronto, Drake posted a photo of himself standing in front of a black BMW that looked eerily similar to the car Tupac was in the night he was fatally shot in 1996. Fans quickly speculated that this was a subtle jab at Kendrick. Although the car wasn't the actual vehicle from that tragic night, many still saw Drake's choice to pose with it as shady and disrespectful. What made the situation worse was that 50 Cent was right there when the photo went up. Despite being from the East Coast, 50 has strong ties to the West Coast through Dr. Dre, who was instrumental in his rise to fame. So, seeing him side with Drake during all this drama left many scratching their heads. But here's where things take a twist. 50 has completely switched gears and is now trolling Drake relentlessly. In a recent behind-the-scenes video from a trip with his G-Unit crew, including Tony Yayo, 50 is seen on a private jet. At one point, he asks Yayo what he's listening to, and Yayo replies that he's checking out Kendrick Lamar's new album GNX. Seizing the moment, 50 throws shade at Drake, telling Yayo he gets a pass for listening to Kendrick.
Yeah, it's a long flight.
Show me some. Listening to music.
No, I listen to music right now. What you listening to?
Kendrick shit.
That's because you know album?
Yeah.
Can you get a pass? Get a pass, you listen to Kendrick.
Nigga, that's Drake. Yeah, that's Drake you got in there.
About this ring, man.
Well, the niggas from G-Unit didn't give him nothing. I gave him stuff.
He already got what he got for bringing the me.
So how did you give me something?
Now, many believe the reason 50 Cent has seemingly turned on Drake is tied to the legal action Drake recently filed against UMG and Spotify. In the lawsuit, Drake accused them of colluding to manipulate streaming numbers and boost the success of Kendrick Lamar's diss track Not Like Us. This move appears to have made 50 reconsider his allegiance. Let's face it, taking a diss track to court doesn't exactly align with the core of hip-hop culture. But it's not just 50. The whole industry seems to be shifting against Drake. Critics are roasting him online, claiming that suing over a rap battle is a weak move. Many are also pointing out that Kendrick might have been onto something when he labeled Drake a colonizer, suggesting that losing the rap battle and then resorting to legal action only proves Kendrick's point.
The person who has the real defamation case in this situation is Kendrick's woman. Because Drake not only said Kendrick was beating on her, he said that Dave Free, Kendrick's business partner and friend, was the real father to one of Kendrick's kids. So if you're going to accuse somebody of defamation, you must first make sure you too aren't guilty of defamation, okay? Drake saying that Kendrick defamed him is indeed the pot calling the kettle beige, but that's not even why I'm giving him Donkey of the Day, okay? I'm giving him Donkey of the Day because Drake is proving without a shadow of a doubt that he simply doesn't understand culture.
The real defamation victim in this situation might actually be Kendrick's partner. Drake didn't just claim Kendrick was abusive toward her, he also accused Dave Free, Kendrick's close friend and business associate, of being the biological father of one of Kendrick's kids. If you're going to accuse someone of defamation, the first rule should be to ensure you're not guilty of it yourself. Drake accusing Kendrick of defamation is a textbook case of hypocrisy, or as the saying goes, the pot calling the kettle beige. But that's not even the main reason he's earning today's Donkey of the Day. No, that title is his, because Drake is making it crystal clear that he fundamentally doesn't understand the essence of culture.
Stay scheming, Drake says. Tell Lucian I said, I'm tearing holes in my budget.
Tell Lucian I said, I'm tearing holes in my budget.
Did Drake call you up after that and say, hey, I need more money for my project?
If ever Drake or whenever Drake calls up and says he needs more money for his project, I give it to him.
The industry has turned on Drake, with many mocking him and calling him a Karen, but that might be the least of his problems. His legal battle with UMG could have far-reaching consequences. For years, UMG has been one of Drake's strongest allies, reportedly stepping in to cover up some serious allegations against him in 2021. They even signed him to a nearly unheard-of $500 million deal, cementing his status at the top of hip-hop. UMG's CEO, Lucian Grange, even went on record saying Drake could ask for any amount of money, and they'd make it happen. Now, however, it seems Drake's decision to take legal action might be straining that long-standing support.
He's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day and he was like, I miss you so much. I was like, I miss you more. He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely going to go and see him. I'm so excited, yeah.
You and Drake? That's awesome. That's awesome.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys. He helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
You know, that stays in the text messages.
Here's where things take a wild turn. Remember the lawsuit producer Lil Rod filed against Diddy earlier this year? That case originally named UMG CEO, Lucian Grange, and UMG as co-defendants. In the lawsuit, Lil Rod alleged that Lucian not only financed but also enabled Diddy's alleged criminal activities. According to Lil Rod, a witness named Mr. Jones claimed to have seen Grange visiting Diddy's homes in Miami and Los Angeles. Jones alleged that during these visits, Grange and Diddy would disappear into Diddy's bedroom for hours. Lil Rod further accused Lucian of being a co-conspirator who funneled large amounts of money to support Diddy's ventures. By May 2024, however, Lucian and UMG had been removed from the lawsuit, which wasn't surprising given Grange's influence as one of the most powerful figures in the music industry. His legal team likely worked overtime to shield him from further scrutiny, But just as Grange and UMG thought they were in the clear, Kendrick Lamar's feud with Drake began heating up. Kendrick hinted at exposing even more of the music industry's secrets, and it's no surprise UMG took notice. The last thing Grange wanted was to be dragged into fresh drama after narrowly avoiding fallout from Diddy's case. Drake, however, seems to be playing with fire. His recent legal filings against UMG, accusing them of using payola and bots to boost Kendrick's diss track Not Like Us, have sparked intense backlash. Before this, UMG had already warned Drake to back off. When Drake dropped 100 gigs of unreleased content in August, UMG immediately hit him with a copyright strike, pulling 3 songs from his official site. Drake responded by posting the takedown notice on social media. But instead of de-escalating, he doubled down, escalating tensions with UMG. Fans are speculating that UMG might retaliate by airing Drake's dirty laundry. Kendrick has already alluded to shady behavior, referencing industry figures who use their homes for questionable activities and predicting that Drake's mansion might face a raid similar to Diddy's. On Not Like Us, Kendrick even called OVO certified P-file, a bold and direct accusation. Drake addressed these allegations on The Heart Part 6, claiming he's too famous for such rumors to be true, arguing he'd already be in jail if they were. However, many felt this defense was weak, as wealth and fame have often shielded powerful figures from accountability. Adding to the controversy, Drake randomly name-dropped Stranger Things star Millie Bobby Brown on the same track. This reignited rumors about his unusual friendship with Millie, who was only 13 when she first met him, raising even more eyebrows.
You look very nice tonight, by the way. I like curly hair, I like your hair. Stand right there. Give me like 2 seconds, I'm gonna get ready for you, because I gotta be ready for you.
What's strange is that Kendrick never brought up Millie Bobby Brown in his diss tracks, nor did he hint at any of the rumors involving her and Drake. So it seemed odd for Drake to mention her in his response to Kendrick. It raises the question, why would Drake focus on mentoring Millie and offering her dating advice, yet show no interest in mentoring the male cast members of Stranger Things? Considering Drake also started as a young actor, mentoring a boy in the industry would have made more sense. Instead, his attention was directed solely at Millie. Drake stayed silent about his relationship with Millie for years before finally addressing the backlash on his 2023 album, For All the Dogs. However, instead of providing an explanation for why he was texting and spending time with her, he deflected, calling fans weirdos for questioning it. But Millie isn't the only young woman Drake has been linked to in controversial ways. There are long-standing rumors about him pursuing underage or very young women in the industry. For example, in 2013, when Kylie Jenner turned 16, Drake, then 27, performed at her birthday party. And there's even a photo of him kissing her on the cheek. This image has resurfaced, especially in light of the allegations Kendrick raised in his diss tracks. And who could forget the infamous video of Drake on stage with a young fan, where he made inappropriate comments about her appearance after she revealed her age. Incidents like these have added fuel to the fire, making Drake's actions harder to defend.
For everybody, all of the great, you, Weeknd, Pluto, Metro, Ross,
Kendrick.
Kendrick, like there's something obviously wrong with this one individual that no one wants to speak about, and I feel like you're the only person that's gonna really put it out there.
Now you say rich baby daddy, it's like Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucian and Universal.
Wow.
He's like, like, man, my daddy got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my daddy controlled the spins. My daddy got the DSPs. My daddy, Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucian.
So all of his streams in the number ones is controlled by someone named Lucian.
Or Lucian worked for people who control the banks in Africa, who keep,
oh my God.
Think about
download.
We had Black Wall Street, we had Harlem, we've been gentrified, and we ain't really been pulled together since, other than to maintain what they call the black vote, which you don't have an opinion in that vote. And then they get all these celebrities, they go on TV like, we got a problem with his political opinion. He's out of control. He's bipolar. He's anti-Semite. He's whatever they want to call somebody to try to get people to not listen or have, take away the impact.
Drake has thrown himself into the spotlight in the worst possible way, and it seems Lucian Grange isn't taking it lightly. Insiders close to Lucian and UMG report that Drake has no idea what kind of trouble he's stirred up. UMG isn't just disappointed. They're livid that Drake, of all people, would turn against them after everything they've done to elevate his career. Let's not forget, UMG is the largest record label in the world. And just like Diddy's empire took a hit after his lawsuit with Diageo, some are saying Drake might be on a similar path after targeting UMG. This isn't just bad PR for the label, it's a direct betrayal. UMG has treated Drake like music royalty for years. They handed him one of the most lucrative deals in music history, elevated his career to unimaginable heights, and gave him access to perks that most artists could only dream of. But here's where it gets even messier. Some industry insiders allege that UMG used questionable methods to boost Drake's streaming numbers in the past, the very same tactics Drake is now accusing them of using for Kendrick's benefit. So, for Drake to not only shade UMG, but publicly accuse them of operating like a criminal enterprise, it's safe to say retaliation might be inevitable. Sources claim UMG is gearing up to strike back hard, and revenge could already be in motion. Some even speculate that Drake's empire could face a collapse similar to Diddy's for daring to take on the wrong opponent. What's your take on this? Did Drake make a critical error going up against UMG? And do you think they'll go after him as aggressively as they've allegedly dealt with others who crossed them? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to check out the next video for even more on this developing story.